Hi everybody, I'm Corina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My Facebook page is Corina Stefan Astrology, and the website where you can find me and book a session with me is www.corinastefanastrology.com. On Sunday, July 23rd at 2:45 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, the Leo new moon at almost 1 degree brings us very close to the debut of the next eclipse season. The next full moon on August 7th is a lunar eclipse, and the second Leo new moon on August 21st is a total solar eclipse. Eclipses are very special cosmic moments that set in motion a massive clearing of our lives, from thoughts, from emotions, beliefs, attitudes, behaviors, relationships, roles, or even persons that have become toxic, outdated, or clogged and have no reason whatsoever to continue being a part of our lives because of their serious polluting effect on the serenity of our spirits. So on this new lunar cycle, the cosmos enters a phase of releasing all that is harmful or really worn out in order to make room for novelties. My recommendation is to actively take advantage of this new eclipse season that lasts until September 6, as the celestial crew in charge with the recycling of our dark and unpleasant sides that live in the shadows of our unconscious and feed on fear visits us only approximately every 6 months, so now is the right time. So you can get in action by taking out in front of your lives on that very alley that connects you with God, the dumpster containing all the stuff you want to get rid of, traumas, repetitive destructive thoughts, lack of self-esteem and self-love, fears, obsessions, old or recent relationships, negative emotions, harmful addictions, health problems, frustrating jobs, and the list could go on forever. The moment this container with existential garbage will be removed from your lives while the new eclipse season is unfolding, you will most likely feel that light and joy return to your life brighter than ever, giving you back your power, your honor, and dignity. The energy that we feel around eclipses is not smooth or comfortable at all. It is rather turbulent and unstable, so even if you feel a strong impulse to jump into action, it's wise to only make those changes you feel at peace with, things that have reached like a terminal stage. Don't make changes out of fear or by pushing too hard. In order to maintain stability in the moving eye of an eclipse season, focus on organic changes that come just as naturally as the 4-season changes. This process of expulsion of all that is useless or toxic from your life has its own rhythm that needs to be followed. It's like one can never chase the river from behind to make it flow faster, as the river has its own tempo, follows a music that our ears do not perceive, and therefore knows exactly when it's gonna meet the sea. The theme of both Leo new moons occurring in July, August 2017 is royalty, understood as the highest level of personal power and authority. It's the heart's noblesse and childlike innocence. So the type of character that you are all going to get friends with during the next 28 days is the inner child, for whom life is a never-ending miracle, just a sack with endless treasures left by God on earth to his pure joy and happiness. So my suggestion is to take this little God with you everywhere you might go. Carry him in your arms and give him a complete tour of your lives. Show him the kitchen as you prepare dinner, the bathroom as you take care of your body. Let him join you to work and see you focusing on your dreams and talents. Open to him your therapist's or your mentor's office. Take him to a meeting with your friends, and eventually let him rest in your own bed. Allow your inner child to accompany you everywhere and use his facial expressions, his muffled, indecipherable words, his appetites and desires, his intense need to play, to create, and to be joyful, to gain insights about who you are. Use all these cues so that you can clearly understand how you broke apart from him and emotionally divorce that special state of innocence, of purity and celebration in your own life? When did you stop expressing your heart's desires and began following more the external world at the cost of your feelings and inner wisdom? During the next 28 days, try to do only what feels genuine by being 100% authentic and honest with those around you without getting worried about the consequences of such absolute honesty. In his or her emotional purity, the child does not understand what's the use of hiding the truth behind a polite mask of hypocrisy. And if he or she ends by telling a lie, they immediately cover their mouths with the hands, shocked and desperately trying to stop the twisted words. So my recommendation is to be like this child, and you'll create a fantastic opportunity to simplify your life to its very essence. And for every child, this essence lies within the simplicity of love. I like you or I don't like you in less than a second. I want or I don't want to do X thing. I love piano playing or it repels me. I adore raspberries or apricots. I want to become an actress or a doctor, and so on. As Leo is ruled by the sun, the theme of inner light, unique talents, creativity, and the courage to risk being fully authentic and visible is also activated by this new moon. So you can meditate with very simple questions. Where in your life could you radiate your inner light more intensely, becoming just like the sun, a main source of life, of joy, of warmth and love? How would creating a personal solar system look like, beautifully centered around your heart and all that which you love being and doing? If your heart were a sun radiating out light and feelings into a vast universe, what would you radiate? What passions and hobbies you don't allow to shine bright and free in the public eye? What fills you with joy and enthusiasm and brings your playful inner child out? Creativity is such a vast phenomenon that encompasses much more than just the artistic expressions we tend to associate it with, like acting, music, singing, painting, poetry. We are all creators of our lives through our thoughts, feelings, actions, and choices. So the role of creator is our natural state, and we live in it 24 hours out of 24. Therefore, it's a healthy practice to put ourselves under a magnifying glass from time to time, just to check and to become more aware of what we are creating in our lives. If we don't like what we see around us, it's because we are using our creative power in the wrong way, creating darkness instead of light. If we are surrounded by shadows, by difficult people, by fear, by failure, frustrations, it means that our inner sun has turned black, that it has lost its ability to radiate joy, heat, and light in the sky. And if that is the case, the next logical step is to go deep within so that we can clear our heart of this darkness and regain confidence, self-esteem, joy, luminosity, and purity. This gets done only by working with our shadow, that side of ours which encompasses all aspects that we tend to hide, we tend to feel ashamed of, or we consider as defect, as horrible, or unworthy of love or attention. The fire theme of this new moon is not only connected to the sign of Leo, but also to this Sun-Moon-Mars conjunction in Leo, which activates within us the raw, somewhat brutal warrior energy. Mars is a military symbol. It's aggressive, ambitious, focused on conquests, and it is connected to our masculine side, that side that exists in each of us, men and women alike. This masculine side is direct, it is brave, offensive, always going after what it wants, doesn't take no for an answer. It's our powerful side that enables us to survive under the most difficult circumstances, so it's very likely that you will feel during the next 28 days that mental censorship gets weaker, while our impulsive and instinctive side literally roars, trying to protect us from all that appears to be a threat. But if we fall into this trap of these extremely intense instinctive reactions, we might cross words quite often with the people around us, creating verbal or emotional disputes. It's wise to avoid that. The role of this Mars energy is rather one of reminding us who we are or who we've always wanted to be, by showing us how we feel deep inside and by making us pay attention to our needs. When we get overwhelmed by anger, frustration, irritation, impatience, and impulsivity, we need to focus more carefully on the message conveyed by all these destructive emotions. We need to identify what basic needs we have and are not met. Try not to direct this inflamed energy towards the outside world, but rather inwards. Use it to fortify your personal power and seal any leaks in your energetic shield. As Mars rules our physical energy, our vitality, our muscular strength and tone, we might have now an opportunity to better understand the type of people or life contexts that drain our energy, leaving us feeling very tired or exhausted. It's an opportunity to stop any type of detrimental behavior by taking off those invisible weights we might be carrying tied around our ankles without even being aware of it, and that slow us down immensely. As Mars symbolizes action and willpower, this conjunction between the Moon and Mars in Leo feels like an outspoken invitation from the universe to align our actions with our heart by disengaging from all that is fake and doesn't represent us. It's almost like a slap in the face that is meant to take off our masks, obliging us to become ourselves again and get back our honor and dignity. The trine, that angle of 120 degrees between the Moon in Leo and Chiron, positioned at the very last degree in Pisces, shows that if we recover our honor and emotional integrity when interacting with others, by expressing exactly what we feel and what we think, we can inspire others to become authentic too. And this could be a major contribution to healing fakeness on Earth. The square, that 90-degree angle between the Moon in Leo and Uranus at the very end of Aries, will facilitate a gain in awareness around what blocks us in asserting our uniqueness and originality. The fear of upsetting or shocking others by simply being different will lose a lot of intensity in the next 28 days, so it's going to feel a lot easier for us to assert our rebellious side, that side that aims at completely restructuring situations that are out of balance, that are configured in the wrong way, or that are simply too old to be of any use. Mercury in Leo is conjunct the Moon's North Node and trines Saturn in Sagittarius, so it's high time for us to take responsibility for the thoughts we cultivate within our minds, as these thoughts are the very bricks we build our lives with. Saturn activates the archetypes of the builder and the architect, so you can ask yourselves what exactly you want to build in your lives out of love and pure joy, just like a child fully absorbed by their favorite game. It's time to understand that true maturity, responsibility, and wisdom, exactly what Saturn asks from us all the time, means above all building a life with light and joy, not with fear or darkness. Creating by means of darkness, that is, with fear, with ignorance, and out of unconsciousness, represents an attitude that is no longer sustainable, because this places on the sky of our life an eternal, deep, and deceiving night that prevents us from finding the path to our goals. If we really want our life to make sense, we need to center it around our inner sun, which is indeed our heart and all that we love. Thank you, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.